Hello, Keyanna. Again, thank you for allowing me to be your astrologer through this process, being able to read your chart for you. This is a sacred, private experience. So make sure you only share this video with people you love, you trust. If you have to second guess, don't show nobody, or keep this, to yourself, because this is you. This is your sacred energy. This is your program. This is your script. This is your blueprint. This is what we call in the Bible Lamb's Book of Life. This is your Lamb's Book of Life. This is your soul's journey, honey, okay? So take pride in who you are. Take pride in your energy. Take pride in your masculine and feminine energy, your light and your dark. Own yourself. Own your magic. That's why I said face yourself. And I highlighted it big because you have a lot of obstacles in your chart. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into some things. We got a lot of things to discuss. So make sure you light the incense, get the aromatherapy going, get comfortable, get you something to drink. And I'm not just saying liquor, just just get you a bottle of water, something, just to, just relax your nerves, and just be open. Come in with an open mind, open heart to this experience with unraveling your soul, unraveling the secrets of your soul. Okay. Get your pen and paper. Take notes. Pause. Stop. Pause. Stop. Rewatch the video. This is your video for a lifetime. Like I said, I always highly recommend recap sessions, and that's us continue going down this journey. This is like a 30, 45 minute video. I can't put everything in the video. It's so many layers. As you can see, it's layers upon layers upon layers, layers in astrology. Astrology is like an onion. I always use the example when I'm teaching people and breaking down astrology. It's an onion. You're peeling back so many layers. Okay, so have patience, have grace. It takes time to fully digest, understand, and comprehend what is going on. Why are you here? Okay, so show yourself grace, show others grace, and get you some good karma. We're gonna talk about some good karma here in your chart. Okay, so first thing first, before I get to the main page, and again, when people do recap sessions, I give them this copy. So if you ever want to do a recap session, we could do it FaceTime, or we could do it in person. You can come in person. I think your mom came in person for her recap session. But like I said, I would love to talk to you because, girl, honey, we got some things to talk about. Okay, so let's get into your energy. Okay, so remember, breaking this down, you can pause and write this down. So the planets are like characters. Okay, the planets are like characters. Remember how they say life is but a dream with Disney and stuff like that. They say that, they quote that life is a dream. That's Neptune energy. We're gonna get into Neptune. Okay, everything is, when you really get into energy, astrology, and the metaphysics of the universe, life, God, everything is just an experience. That's why I tell all my clients and my customers, stop being hard on yourself. Everything's an experience. In Yoruba tradition, the African tradition, they call Earth the marketplace. You came down here to experience the market. You came down here to have fun, experience. Yes, we have fate. I don't believe in free will to a certain degree. The free will comes in, you have choices. You could either turn left or right. You could wear yellow, you could wear blue. That's where free will come in at to a certain degree. Um, but everything's is fated. Like we're gonna talk about the fate aspect as well. But remember, the planets are characters. The signs, the zodiac signs are clothes. The houses they're placed in are areas of life. And also, when you get into medical astrology, the houses represents parts of the body. Okay, and you have a lot of energy. As you can see, you have a lot of planets. One, two, three, four, five planets in the eighth house, which is the house of sex, private parts area, procreation. Because this will speak on you having a lot of children, um, or having to help a lot of people. We're gonna talk about the eighth house, so I just want you to remember we're gonna talk about the eighth house. The eighth house is also the house of death, transformation, spirits, good and bad spirits, your partner's trauma, your partner's stuff, who you marry, what they come in, the baggage that they come in with. So yeah, we got some things to talk about the eighth house. I mean, but again, remember this also, your chart is how you want to experience life, how you wanted to experience earth, how you want to experience the marketplace, okay? So I talked about the planets, talked about the zodiacs and the houses, the area of life, the body parts. Okay. So we're gonna talk about your energies. This the masculine, feminine. We all, everybody on the earth. So I want you. That's why I say come in with an open mind, open heart, because everybody, plants, animals, everything has a masculine and a feminine side. Everybody have a light and dark. Masculine energy is light. Feminine energy is dark. It just is what it is. I don't know why it's like that. The cosmos got it like that. That's how God wanted the energy to be played out. So too much. That's why too much masculine energy can lead to narcissism. Too much feminine energy can lead to self-sacrifice, giving your all to others and not getting anything in return with too much feminine energy. But you in a cusp between balance. So it's supposed to, everybody not gonna be the same. So it's supposed to be 5-5. Like in my chart, I have 5 masculine, 5 feminine. So it's like I'm balanced. That's why I'm comfortable expressing my male and my female side. Um, but you're 4 feminine, 6 masculine, which it leads into being masculine energy is go, 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 hustle, 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 get things done, handle business, go, just moving. That's masculine energy. Also, masculine energy can deal with anger, um, overreacting sometimes when you have too much masculine energy, just being angry. And we're gonna talk about that in your chart because you have a lot of placements that deal with rage and anger. Okay, so going into your destiny points, the north and south node. I coined the North Node a new credit card. I coined the South Node a maxed out credit card. So going into the nodes of fate to know where you're headed, the North Node new credit card is where you're headed, and the South Node maxed out credit card is what you did and what you maxed out, what you did a lot of in your past life when you want to get into past life astrology. So you can write that down if you want me to touch on, like say we do another session or recap sessions and continue on your journey. You know, you just keep coming to me. You know, having our sessions, we could dive deeper into the South Node and where you come from, where your soul come from. Okay, where you been and what you did in your past life and what type of karma that you bring it over. We're gonna talk about that. And what I just learned too, because I'm in school literally after years of studying astrology. I want to go ahead and just get a certificate, astrology certificate. And one thing my teacher just taught me is that all the planets are like karma expressing itself. That's why I said the planets. Now that's my thing. I call the planets characters. They're all the characters expressing themselves. Okay, and you, like I said, you have a lot of characters in that eighth house. But we gonna come back on that. But I want you to know who you are. So remember this: the horizon sign, the ascendant sign. I think you say you know a little bit, but I just gotta do my spiel. The rising sign is your ascendant is Aries rising. So who you are is the Aries. When you took your first breath coming out your mom, when you were born, when you breath your first breath, the ascending, the time zone was rising for Aries. Okay, so you are a Mars ruled person. Your ruling planet is Mars. So you have a lot of homework. Okay, that's why I say get your pen and paper, write down your notes, do your homework. That's good karma for yourself. When you doing things like this, diving deep in your spirituality, understanding who you are, understanding your soul's mission, just getting clarity, awareness of the why. Why am I here? What is my purpose? That is good karma for your soul. Okay. And there's multiple ways to get good karma, multiple ways to get bad karma. Okay, but doing this stuff like this is getting you good karma. Okay, but you have your ruler, your chart ruler, your ascendant ruler, also your destiny. So you want to understand, okay, why am I here? You look to your chart ruler, your ascendant ruler, your rising sign ruler, Mars, and then you look to your north node. Was it north node? To find out what is my soul mission, where I'm going. Also, you can look to Vesta. Vesta, I just recently learned, deals with our sacred mission as well. And I have that on the back as well. I want you to look up Vesta. She's in part of the homework. I want you to look up to the goddess Vesta. She's been coming through a lot right now in the collective, right now in the current astrology right now. She's awakening. The goddess Vesta is coming through, and she was heavy in my chart as well. But I want you to dive deep into that Vesta energy, the sacred mission. Then you got her in the eighth house. So your destiny, your soul mission is a lot around being a healer, transformer. Like heal is when I really sit back and look at your chart, it's giving me Christed energy because I know what the eighth house is. The eighth house is death. It just is. I have to be honest with you. And then you have the ruler of the eighth house in the eighth house. Well, the traditional ruler of the eighth house is in there. Your ruler of the eighth house, I want to say your eighth house is Sag. Yeah, your eighth house is Sagittarius. So your eighth house ruler is Jupiter. So that's another dot to like, okay, being a master healer. Because Jupiter is the good planets in the chart is Jupiter and Venus. So a person want to say, okay, how can I maximize the goodness of life? Excuse me, the goodness of life and having a good life, you and getting money and big opportunities. You focus on Jupiter, you focus on Venus. Okay, you have Venus in a good position, but you don't have Jupiter in a good position. We're gonna talk about that in a second deeper when I go on. But looking at your chart ruler and looking at your north node and your north node ruler. So your north node ruler is Taurus, but your north node ruler is Venus, Gaia. The reason why I say Gaia, because Gaia is the guy that's just really over the earth. But when you look into astrology, they all, everywhere you go, even the books, textbooks and stuff, they say Venus rule Taurus. That is true, but I met this goddess in person. She was working with me at Kai the Moon, back in 2019 and 18. She is real. The goddess Mother Earth, she is real. But just focus on Venus when you are researching it. But when you really dive deeper into like 3-4 years of studying astrology, you'll understand Gaia position more as well. But just start off with Venus. Keep it simple for right now, because like I said, it's a lot to digest. So that's your North Node ruler. So your North Node ruler is in the ninth house. That's why I put on your chart that you're meant to be a teacher. You're meant to teach. You got Venus in the house of teaching, and then you got Venus in the sign of teaching. So Sagittarius traditionally rule the ninth house. So with Venus being in Sag in the ninth house that Sag rules, that's a double dose. Because I look at what's being repeated. That's a double dose of having to teach, having to travel, having to experience. Sag deal with wisdom. Sag deal with experience. Sag is ruled by Jupiter. Also, Jupiter is like a god of war. Mars, Jupiter is like the significance of that war god energy. That's why I put a goddess of war and love on your main title of your chart. What I saw. And then it's in the ninth house of good karma from a past life. So the good karma houses in astrology, you can write that down. You can research about the good karma. The good karma houses is the first, the fifth, and the ninth. As you can see, your fifth house is empty. That doesn't mean that you don't have to focus on it. Whatever planet's at, yes, that's your main focus this lifetime, but the energy still is there for you to experience life. So it may be empty, but the sign that rules your fifth house is Virgo. So where is the ruler of Virgo? Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Where is Mercury? In the eighth house. So you have a lot, like I say, it's a lot. So your fifth house is looking to the eighth. So when we say, where's the ruler of that house? Basically, picture, see how your mama rule her house? So basically, where's mama? Okay, so every house has a ruler. Where is the ruler? Where is mama of this house? In the eighth. Okay, so Mercury is in the eighth, doing what? Transforming everything eighth house. So I really want you to do research and get books. You can go on Amazon and find a book about the eighth house and really dive deep in that eighth house, because eighth house is traditionally ruled by Pluto. But everybody don't have, Pluto in the eighth or Pluto ruling the eighth house. Everybody don't have the same chart in the world. But you surprisingly have it there. So that's more intense, more pain around having to merge, having to be a helper. I mean, your whole chart screams service, helping, being like a slave to like other people. Like your whole chart screen. That's why I say you got the planet of the eighth house there, and Pluto, and we're gonna talk about Pluto ruling like the dead, the collector, big wealth as well. Pluto can deal with wealth, power, but also our soul's trauma. That's why I put down fear, shadow planets, Pluto, Lilith, Saturn. So if you want to work on, your dark side, your projections, your subconscious, you want to focus on the planets that cause people the most trauma. I like to focus, yeah, we can focus on the good. Life ain't always sweet. So I try to tell people, hey, focus on the dark planets first. Get accustomed to who they are. Build a relationship. Relationship as the axis of astrology is Libra. So I always tell people, build a relationship with everything. Build a relationship if you want to get into crystals. Crystals are alive. Crystals come from the earth. So building a relationship with a crystal, holding it, meditating with it, talking to it, that is sacred good karma energy, because it comes from the earth. Who rule the earth? Again, going back to Gaia. So this is good energy with your divine feminine energy when you're working with and building connections with things, okay? And when you dive deeper into astrology, the planets, those, because like I say, the characters are real. These energies are real. So they will start talking to you more. You could just start meditating, and you just get downloads and downloads of these planets talking to you, like how I'm able to connect the dots with astrology, because I took the time to build a relationship, Libra, build a relationship We're all this by studying it, because remember, whatever you focus on will manifest. Okay, so but not manifest all the time in a bad way. It just will manifest in your wisdom. Okay, but yeah, focusing on the shadow fear planets to master them, to overcome them, because you want to know your problems, your issues, so nobody wants, so you can master projection. So when other people do it to you, or you see it around you happening to other people, and like in their relationships, friendships, and stuff like that, you'll be able to call out. Okay, you can say, okay, yeah, that person going through something with Pluto, that person going through something with Dark Mother Lilith, that person going through some karmic stuff. Because Saturn is our karma in our chart, and your Saturn is in the third house of your mouth. As you can see, you got a dark planet here, you got a dark planet here, you got a dark planet here. So I really want you to be mindful of what you say. I want you to be mindful of how you treat people. I want you to be mindful of the voices that you hear, because you have the ability to hear I had wrote it down, to hear spirits and demons and different things messing with you. Because when you dive deeper into Mars in the 12th house is the womb. The 12th house is the spirit realm. The 12th house is what you was doing before you came down here, before you was right birth into your mom. That's why I say the first house, when you took your first breath out from your mom, it was rising, ascending with Aries, but the 12th house is what you were doing in the womb. Okay, that's why I tell people to have 12th house energies, because I have it. And from all my research and talking to a lot of people, you got to amp up that spiritual protection. And I had put it on the chart, but we're gonna talk about this in a second. But I really want you to dive deep into it. And it makes sense why your higher self, your soul, chose me to do this reading for you, because you have, as you can see, Pallas Athena in your 12th house, what you were doing and what you have a connection to before you was born. So your soul has a connection to my energy, Athena's energy. Then you have an Aries. I mean, real goddess of war energy. Because Aries is the war energy, and then you have the guy, because Athena. So I wrote that down too for you to research Athena. Athena was a goddess of war as well. She was like a twin sister to Aries Mars, in our history in Greek mythology. And then you have, interesting, you have the brother and the sister in the 12th house. Oh wow! I mean, that's why I say your chart is screaming. Um, it's screaming. Where is it? I wrote it down. I put rage. Where I put the rage at? I put rage. Is it on there? Okay, yeah, right here. Anger, rage, different things like that. This big aspect right here, Pluto square Mars, but definitely due to the 12th house. Because remember, I want you to remember this and write this down when you do your research on the 12th house. With planets in the 12th house, especially Mars, because Mars is our anger. Let me break that down too about the planets. So the reason why I say the rising ascendant is you, because the sun is the father, the moon is the mother, Mercury is the siblings, um our mind, the moon is our soul, the sun is our spirit, Venus is our feminine energy, our heart, our connection to women, our divine feminine energy. Also, Venus could be symbolized as our attraction, our excuse my language, our slut side, our nasty side, because she, in history, she was like a whore type energy. Venus. Mars is our masculine side, our ego, our drive, our action. Like when people get up, like you see like football players, basketball players, people that's like a hustler, like really, really out there, firefighters, policemen, like people that's moving action, dancers, people that have a lot of energy action. That's Mars energy. We using our Mars. Then you have Jupiter. Jupiter is our, again, luck, benefic planet. But he's in the sign. He's basically, so he's wearing clothes that he don't like. That's why I was saying we're gonna talk about your Jupiter being in the bad house and sign, because he don't really do well in Virgo. But Jupiter is, again, all could be seen as the husband, and also our children, our luck, and our good luck from a past life. So past life, you did a lot of service work, you did a lot of healing, you did a lot of things, because Mercury can deal with the hands, because Mercury rules over Gemini and Virgo. So you did a lot with your hands. You was of service, because you got Jupiter in the sixth house of service work, magic, Because that's something a lot of people don't talk about. The sixth house deal with practical magic, things we do everyday rituals, things we doing every day, co-workers. Jupiter can rule over, I mean, the sixth house can rule over health, obstacles. That's why the enemy houses is the 6th, 7th, and the 12th. That's why I had put on there, I thought I put it. A lot of enemies. Well, I think I wanted to talk about it, but having a lot of enemies, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, especially with Lilith in that second house of that throat. My God. So that's why I said I can't wait to talk to you and see how people have been perceiving you, because you may not. Well, you may know you have, like, the dark energy or whatever, and watch what you say. Oh, girl, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. But people might can see you as dark, or like triggering, or testing them or whatever like that. But it's just you chose this. This is your chart. You chose to experience this. But I like that you have fortune in your first house, and then your north node there. So with this north node, remember, north node is new karma. But you have a north node and fortune in the first house, you meant to be famous. You meant to make money off your body, because the first house is with the body, the head. I could say like a hairstylist or something, or something that a profession that deals with nurturing, taking care of the body. That's why I was like, with this. And then it's in Taurus. Taurus is comfort, physical things. So you could really, your type of magic, and then Jupiter here in the Earth sign as well. And then I think I have wrote down, you have a grand Earth trine. So research grand Earth trine, because you have Jupiter, Chiron, MC, and Capricorn, North Node, and Taurus. So you have all the Earth signs being touched on and highlighted. So grand trine is like a triangle. Excuse me. Equilibrium. So you able to manifest, because remember, Earth is anything physical, anything you could physically touch. So by you having that, you able to really, like, say if you, I don't know if you remember the show Aang, Avatar, The Last Airbender, you'll be an earthbender. You'll be an earthbender with this type of energy you have. So powerful, powerful builder, powerful, powerful manifester. So with this, I would definitely say, watch what you say. Be mindful of your words. Do a lot of meditation and healing of the throat chakra. I want you to write that down too. Like Hay said, if you want to learn more about that, we could talk more about the chakras, healing the chakras, how to work with your energy centers. Because the chakras is the planets, literally. When you dive deep into the wisdom of the chakras, the energy centers that are planets. So again, what I just said earlier about building connection with them, you build a connection with them too through by working with the chakras. So everything comes full circle. Well, that's why I love that the chart starts out with a circle and then it comes into like box form. But everything is a circle. Everything is a spiral. Everything, how they say, always repeat itself. Okay. But yeah, like pausing and looking at this and really pause and digest the information so far that I'm saying. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this page, and we're gonna start going back and forth from here. So the reason why I said goddess of love and war, because like I said, you have Venus in a war sign of Sagittarius, and then your chart ruler is Mars. Your Aries rising. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. You have Mars in the 12th house. So the 12th house is also a house of, yes, the enemies, hidden enemies, things you can't see, spirit realm, magic. Also privacy, being alone a lot. I wrote that down. You need a lot of alone time, because you may feel like you may get drained a lot, because if you haven't been doing any like rituals or like spiritual baths, lighting protection candles, getting Reiki healing done, or having like a spiritual advisor, healer doing like healing work, protection work for you. And that's not just for you, that's for anybody on the planet. That's why I wish I would have had a me when I was y'all age, because I mean, my God, the stuff I had to go through before I had found me some spiritual teachers and stuff like that. My God. So that's why I tell all the new kids, the younger kids, like, oh my God, y'all are so lucky, because y'all have so much access to healers, spiritual advisors, teachers, to help y'all succumb and understand the physical earth, the physical plane, and how to heal yourself, how to master self. And because I was talking to a client last night. Oh, I sent you a picture of my tax lady. She's my client as well. And we was talking about Jesus, because she battles it between Jesus and her spirituality and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, for one, honor, it's like they tell you when we young, like Jesus live in our heart. That's one. So honor yourself, love on yourself. I'm telling you, my girl, you're a goddess. So if you loving yourself and honoring your feminine energy, your goddesshood, you're gonna be honoring Jesus. It's one and the same. It's not separate. But a lot of people have, I ain't gonna say learning disabilities, but a lot of people have like a fixed stuck energy. Thank God you don't have a lot of fixed energy. I like that you have a Aries is cardinal, Sag is mutable, Capricorn moon is cardinal. I'm sorry. Let me finish up the planets. But I was just saying that this energy with their cardinal and mutable, it means you're open minded. It means you're willing to learn, you're willing to expand. Jupiter, Sagittarius energy is all about expansion. And you have a lot of placements in Sag. You have a lot of placements dealing touching on Jupiter aspects with Jupiter. That's why I just love that you open to this. And when you open to wisdom and learning, the universe will pour into your cup. You will be truly, truly blessed. But before I get back to it, I was talking about these at first. Okay, so Jupiter, said about to talk about Jupiter. Saturn is our fears, our karma from past life, unfinished business, things how karma is placed, the physical reality. Saturn, Capricorn energy is structure. So you got a Capricorn moon, so you definitely have a connection to Saturn energy. Then you got Saturn in Cancer, ruled by the moon. So you have these two planets in the opposite. The moon rules Cancer, Saturn rules Capricorn. So you have these two planets in each other house. So that's like mama at grandma house and grandma is at mama house, and they pulling up at each other house at the same time, like, girl, where you at? I'm at your house. That's how that I'm a good teacher. I break stuff down real well. That's how that looks. Okay, so like mama is pulling up at grandma house. Where's that over here? And then you got grandma Saturn pulling up over here at mama house. So they at each other houses. So with that, it's like a lot of feminine energy, ancestry is, I mean, you came here, your whole chart scream on you being here to heal, being here to be of service. I mean, it's like, girl, it's like your chart, so many placements. Your chart speak on you're here to serve humanity. You're here to change life. Like I said, you giving Christ-like energy, goddess type energy, God war. Like you giving like hierarchy energy. Like say if I have an academy, I would love to have you at my academy just off this energy alone. Like, oh my God, the power and the wisdom you'll be able to conquer with having a good teacher, somebody to guide you into this power. Because I mean, this is the eighth house. Yeah, like I said, deal with sex, trauma, death, and stuff, other people's stuff. But when you master, because see, if I would have known what I'm telling you now at 18, 19, 20, I would have been skyrocketed to like, higher ranks quicker than my journey, even though my journey was kind of fast and quick. But I mean, the wisdom of having somebody break all this down to you at a young age, my God. But with that, is the eighth house is power. Yeah, it's painful. I mean, it's a painful house. But with that pain, with that trauma, with that being alone, because the fourth, the eighth, and the 12th house is peaceful houses. You have too many malefics, dark planets, Mars, Pluto. The sun sometimes could be, because too much sunlight could burn people up, burn us up. So you have all these malefic planets, burning up planets in peaceful houses. So a lot of your peace, a lot of your alone time is like, it always like a chip on your shoulder. Or I always be like, why they keep fucking with me? Why I keep being tested? It's just like a why, like why people keep poking about? Why people keep testing me? That's this energy. And like your saving grace I had put on here is like doing ancestor work, being of service, meditating, healing yourself, doing love rituals. So write down if you want to dive deeper and to see, you can say a thing like, how can I, and your journey so far, you could tell like, okay, I got some obstacles, I got some things to deal with, I got some generational curses, the ancestor curses and stuff to heal. How can I still have peace here on earth? How can I still have love here on earth? True love. It all starts with self. You gotta know how to master and face yourself. You have to look yourself in the mirror. You have to look yourself in the mirror. You have to face self, okay? That's why I put up here, when you are chosen by God, your life can and will be hard. But through being chosen by God, you will have the strength, the tenacity, the confidence, the courage to conquer, to achieve, to succeed against the battle, achieve and succeed against your enemies. But be mindful of men because Mars rule over men. Okay, be mindful of men because, like I say, this is the 12th house hidden house. So you may have a lot of hidden enemies because 12th house deal with, can deal with hidden enemies that want to like trigger you, test you, um, like poke you, or it could be dealing with sex. You might have be watch out, have your protection, because people might try to force, sex or want you to be with them and different things like that. Now we're gonna talk about that too when I finish up with this right here. So Saturn is our karma, our fears, what we need to face, and it's like you meant to face Cancer is the moon. You meant to face your mom this lifetime. Then you have a 0 degree moon. So as you can see, the degrees go all the way up to 30, 29. So you have a 0 degree. This is a new journey, like with your mom, but also it's like something you meant to face, something you meant to, or you could be her karma, or you could be here to heal and help her, be of service and help her do things to make her life or journey a little easier. With this type of configuration, because this all is configuration. This is a program. This is your script. You're an actor in life of the life journey, and your script is all about karma, helping the mom, healing the mom, taking care of the mom, or like basically your mom passing the baton to you, like you're meant to succeed what she's doing, or be better. Of course, that's why we have children. We want our children to be better than what we, went through or had or whatever. But you're really meant to take that mantle with your mom doing and skyrocket. And literally, you have the moon, the mother, in the ninth house of good luck. You have the moon, the mother, your soul, in the ninth house of teacher, expansion, wisdom. So your mom is meant to teach you, expand you. Just like this, like your mom led you to me. Oh my God, look at that, the luck. Your mom led you to me. So it's like literally Palace Athena in your 12th house. Your mom led you to me to get your wisdom, to get your expansion, to get your guidance, to get that luck unlocked, to get to know where your luck is coming from. Astrology teaches where our source is coming from. Where it's like people always want to know therapy. Oh, my pain, my pain, my pain. Okay, I like answers. I'm a problem solver. That's why I know you can see them trophies up there. My girls won trophies because I was dance coach for 10 years. We're going to solve it. We're going to get to the really new. We're going to get to the root of something, okay? So with that, with this type of energy you have, you're able to go there. You're able to get to the root of things. You're able to solve, okay, this is happening to me. Okay, how can I counteract that? How can I? Because Mars is the warrior. Baby, you built for war. And then you got your feminine energy. Your moon is the feminine energy. The Venus is the feminine energy in the ninth house of teaching, war, luck in Sag. Jupiter's ruled. Sag is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's sixth house of work. It really is like you, the Athena energy. Like you meant to be here, be of service, help everybody, but also be a protector, be their confidant, be their warrior for them, their earth angel, being their protector. Okay, now here the tricky part with Uranus. Okay, so everybody, if you want to know like why people are different, why people, I'm gonna just say gay, or just different, does not seem normal. Uranus is the energy of that. Uranus, everybody has like a gay gene or X gene or a different type of gene. Like say if you was an X-Men superhero, that would be the Uranus energy. Okay, so everybody has a unique, like Beyonce song Alien Superstar, that's perfect song for Uranus. Uranus is that you meant to be unique. You meant to be different. You meant to love who you want to love. You meant to break all types of stigma, stereotypes. You meant to be here and be colorful. You meant to be here and shine. You meant to be here to be the rainbow. Because you got Uranus in his rulership. Uranus home sign is Aquarius. So that's a double dose of like, hey, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm different. I'm weird. I'm strange. I'm me. I am me. Take me or leave me where I'm at. That's that type of energy. I'm different. I'm not like y'all. I'm special. And that's that Uranus energy, okay? So that's why when you see people that's different, gay, bi, straight, just anything, just different, that's them expressing their uniqueness, that I am going to be me. I'm going to love who I want to love. I'm going to enjoy life. And if you don't like me, I'm gonna move away, or I'm going to find my own thing. Uranus is also lightning. You able to break away. That's why I said like superheroes. Uranus also rule over the archangels. Uranus is also our like genius, our unique. But Uranus, all the planets like Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and sometimes Saturn, it could deal with a lot of pain, trauma. Uranus, like I said, Uranus rule lightning. So wherever Uranus is at, we got Uranus at in the 11th house. So you could deal with a lot of ups and downs. Because Uranus say, okay, Uranus is this. All the planets are like spinning in the right way, like straight like this. Uranus is upside fucking down. Uranus, I gotta say, I gotta be different. I'm unique. I'm different. I'm not like y'all. That's Uranus energy. Okay, so with that, you might have a lot of different weird, strange friends. Could be a lot of gay friends, or you could have a lot of goddess spiritual friends because Neptune there. So Neptune rules over magic, spirituality, mystical realms. You can have also drugs. Neptune can rule over drugs. Um, just a lot of unique type of friends. But also a lot of upheaval, a lot of up and down. You might have friends one moment, next minute you might not have no friends. That's Uranus energy. You might have support because the 11th house is supporters, fans, and followers. You want people to know how people is able to win and be famous over social media. They might have a powerful 11th house. Then you got the ruler of the 11th house in his home sign. Oh my God. So you really do meant to have a following. You meant to be famous. You meant to be the fortune. Your fortune is in Taurus, 21 degrees. Literally conjunct 20 degrees, 21 degrees. That's a conjunction. That's them together. That's the conjunction. So you have your North Node new credit card with your ascendant. So whatever you did in the past life, you meant to separate that. So basically, I'm picking up you were married young in the past life. Or you had children young in the past life, but this lifetime you meant to experience and be famous. You meant to be experienced and be that pillar, that powerful community figure, that figure for the people. You meant to be here to help, service, be of service. Like this giving me preacher vibes. Like you meant to have a following, you meant to have a cause and be of service and help humanity in a powerful way. I mean, your chart speaks on a lot of being of service and helping people. Neptune is again our magic, our mystical, our higher self, the divine realms, how we able to ascend and break heavy reincarnation cycles of coming back down here in the earth plane. Pluto is our again shadow side, our soul pain. Pluto is also our soul trauma, the psyche of the soul. Also, Pluto can rule with the underworld demons, everything dark, scary, Halloween. Pluto rules Halloween. Pluto can deal with transformation. Also eliminating things, how we eliminate. Just picture somebody going for weight loss surgery and they getting their laser surgery, lasering that fat off, and that's Pluto energy. Or when somebody doing the number 2 in the bathroom, that's Pluto energy. Pluto is eliminating energy. It would eliminate something. So you have Pluto in the 8th house. So you may meant to eliminate and like say you get a loan, you will be able to pay that loan off. Say you get trapped in a relationship, you'll be able to get away from a relationship. Like you have a lot of energy of like, I cannot be tied down. Y'all hoes can't hold me back. You have the energy to break away. It may be painful, maybe kind of hard for some situations, but you should be able to break away from any thing or situation holding you back from being your highest good. Okay, then Lilith is our shadow side in relationships. How we were, if you research Lilith, Dark Lilith, I always recommend everybody researching all the planets, especially Lilith. Lilith is our evil feminine energy, like the opposite of the moon. Like the moon is something sweet, fortunate, good. Lilith is the dark moon, and as you can see the moon symbol right there as the moon symbol, the light dark shadow of the moon. So with that, it could be like, ooh, in Gemini, so you could be like the darker version of your mom. You could be of like the rebel. You could be the rebel of the mother energy. You could be just like different opposite of siblings. Gemini rule siblings. Different. Where your Lilith at? Let me see. Your Lilith 2nd house. So you could be I mean Lilith there could be a powerful spellcaster. And I'm gonna talk about that too in a second. But Lilith is like I said, our shadow, rejection. People can reject what you have to say. So be mindful of that. People might not want to hear, or like you might find your following like with the magic spirituality community, but like regular people, Like 3D regular people, they might not want to hear nothing about your magic, nothing about your spirituality, nothing about the power you have. Oh, you're a goddess, so what? You know, that you might get that, you might get a lot of pushback, like how Jesus did. Like Jesus got a lot of pushback. Nobody wanted Jesus walking around healing. Nobody wanted Jesus doing. That's why he got killed. Nobody wanted Jesus being the awakener. You know, so you can get a lot of pushback with trying to heal, be of service, helping the community you may, or you might, because with that fortune there, you might get, people might like what you have to say, or if you become famous or be well known, like say on social media, whatever, people might like how they do with people old tweets. They might resurface all your old tweets and use your old words against you. So I recommend journaling. I recommend doing throat chakra exercises, really practicing mastering your words. So reading and journaling will help with that Lilith there. Um, let's see, your north. I talked about the north node, new karma with your body. So south node is seventh house. So like I say, you came, seventh house is past life stuff. So you came from, like I say, like a marriage or a partnership very, very young in a past life. So this lifetime, just like just picture the city girls. You see how they're a duo, a group. You may have been a duo or a group in your past life, and now this lifetime with the North Node, you meant to be the Beyonce and step out. You meant to be the Diana Ross and step out. You meant to step out from the group or whatever situation you're in tied to another person. You meant to be your own person this lifetime. Okay, and you meant to be fortunate out there. That's why I said Beyonce or Diana Ross. You meant to be famous and step away from the group. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm at 40. Oh, look, I went over for you because I know I usually stop at 30, but I went over for you because I was a little late getting this to you. So we're gonna keep it pushing. So I talked about marriage. That's the seventh house aspect I just talked about. So focus on self this lifetime. Image, personality being present in your body because the first house deal with the body. So research North Node in the first house. So I want you to take your time and research. I think you said you already know some of this already. So you should know to research North Node in the first house, Fortune in the first house, Lilith in the second house, Saturn in the third house, Jupiter in the sixth house. You can research it on YouTube, Google, and type it just like that. Jupiter in the sixth house. Then that's one layer because everything layers. One first layer you type in Jupiter in the sixth. Then you'll go back and research Jupiter in Virgo. So you'll watch videos on that, and then you'll watch videos and read articles on that. So it's layers. So you'll research Saturn in the third, and then you'll research Saturn in Cancer. So it's a lot of work. So I'm happy you starting young and getting it early, but you'll do that for all this. South Node in the seventh house. Research that Juno in the eighth. So I mean, yeah, your chart screams that you definitely was like married very, very young or stayed in a toxic marriage for a long time in your past life. Um, but yeah, and research all that. Pallas Athena in the 12th, Mars in the 12th house. Research all that, okay? Let me see. Yeah, I talked about love all parts of yourself. Heal feminine mother wounds, new this lifetime. I talked about that with that moon being 0 degrees. Like this could be like new cycles with you and your mom this lifetime to heal and break those generational curses from her bloodline. Okay, because you got Saturn in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Moon represents the mother. So you're here to rectify and heal and do a lot of things that maybe your mom can do or what her bloodline or family can do because your mama has a lot of success already, but what her family, the females in her family couldn't do, you meant to break that mold. Okay, let's see what else. Needs a lot of time alone. Why? Because you have a lot of 12th house placements, and I want you to research that. You'll understand why. Because the 12th house is your blind spot. That's for everybody. Everybody has a 12th house. We have a blind spot. Nobody perfect. So remember that blind spot. Snake magic, and that ties to Athena because if you can see Athena, I wish I had my statue here, but my statue in my workroom. But if you come in person, you'll see it. We'll be able to talk more about that. That snake magic, and the snakes are not evil. Being a master of snakes, when you research, or that's why I really want you to research snakes. Research snake magic, research snake spirit animal. Or type that in Google, snake spirit animal, and really open your eyes to the wisdom. I mean, it blew my mind. Like, I had to show my mom, like, oh, these snakes evil, da da da. I'm like, girl, no, it's not. Yeah, that's with anything in life. Just like if somebody walk up on you, you gonna say, get the fuck back. Like, you don't want nobody walking up on you. You see what I'm saying? So you wouldn't walk up on it. So tread lightly. When not all snakes are evil. If you feed something, give something food, it'd be nice to you. So snake magic is not always evil. It's powerful. People that have powerful. So say you was in Harry Potter, you most likely to be in Slytherin. Slytherin, I could see Slytherin, maybe Gryffindor, or maybe Hufflepuff. Because you have a lot of power. Hufflepuff's children and Harry Potter, they deal with a lot of power, being able to conjure and master things. But yeah, transformation. Snake magic is transformation. Alchemist, being able to take something and make something different. Like basically taking fruits, putting fruits in the blender and blending the fruits into a smoothie. That's alchemy. Changing something from one state to another state. Chemistry, science. That's alchemy. Powerful healer, which is like I say, having snake magic and having a lot of eighth house, being a powerful, having powerful sexual energy is healing. But people don't know how to control it. Nobody had teachers back in the day. Nobody really had somebody to guide them with their sexual energy. So that's why people be condemned as a whore or a slut and different things like that. No, that person just have a lot of sexual healing power. And that's why when you dive deep into snake energy, it deals with having a lot of sexual power, sexual healing magic. But definitely you must heal yourself first and then others. Fill your cup up first, because you can't pour from a low cup. You need your cup to be full, okay? So I want you to remember that. Let me see what else. Talked about your peace, ancestor work, doing that, being of service to get you some good karma. Destiny to teach, powerful feminine energy support. So once you do the work, heal your family wounds, and by when I say heal, meaning you can write letters, burning releases. And when I say write letters, you don't got to give that letter to nobody. You can give it to yourself and burn it or keep it and just write. You know what the females went through in your family. So like I said, we have to talk more, and I can dive deeper on how to work and get that support, that feminine energy support, because it can be from your ancestors. It could be ancestor work and getting support from your feminine energy, feminine ancestors on the other side. Okay. The reason why I say test men, because you have your Jupiter in a bad placement. Like I say, every sign, as you can see, every sign has their good. I wish I had my book. I would have showed you my book. But if you come in person, I'll be able to show you. But you'll be able to research, like Jupiter doesn't like Virgo. Jupiter doesn't like Capricorn. And I want to say, is that another sign Jupiter don't like? But that's every sign. Every sign has a sign, zodiac sign they don't like. Like the sun doesn't like Libra. So that's why some Libra suns could be seen as like slow. Because the sun falls there. But he does well in Aries. He does well in fire signs. You got a Sag sun. So that means your spirit is powerful, strong. That's why they say Libras can be indecisive and flaky, liars, stuff like that, because the sun doesn't do well there. And that's anything like with the moon. You got the moon in a bad position. The moon doesn't like Capricorn. The moon doesn't like Scorpio. But Venus, you got Venus, okay, sign. Venus can do well with Sag. But with that, you want to look for a partner that is a teacher, traveler, things like that. Because your Venus is our heart chakra, what we fall for. Let me see what else. Let's see. Test me because you have a bad Jupiter. So when I say bad, meaning that you could have fell for the wrong guy quick or the wrong person quick. And then you know how people say, oh girl, I was just in a bad relationship for years. And then I finally woke up and got out that bad relationship and I found myself, I healed myself, and I found God. And you know how people be saying all that stuff like that. That what your chart speak on. But thank God you're young, you're getting that wisdom first, early. And I could tell you more about that. So write that down if you want me to go dive deeper into how to rectify that bad Jupiter energy and bad husband energy, even with kids too. Let's see. Work from self, that's Jupiter in the sixth, and Virgo being of service to self, helping and being your own entrepreneur, own boss. Let me try to wrap it up because I'm almost at an hour. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Talk about this right quick. With the aspects. So with aspects, and you can write this down, aspects are conversations between the planets. Squares and oppositions are bad. And in conjunctions, they are bad conversation, bad aspects. Trines, the triangles, and sextiles, those are good conversations, good aspects. So I want you to research each one. That's why I tell people it takes 2 to 3 years to fully master your chart, and then you still have to unfold and get into the asteroids. So it takes like really 6 years to really master your astrology chart. So you'll type in Google Jupiter square Vesta, Chiron conjunct MC, Juno trine Pallas, Neptune sextile Pallas, Neptune sextile Juno. You'll do that for each one to understand yourself, to understand your energy. Now, some websites you might not get too much information. You might have to watch videos about your Vesta and Sagittarius to get the understand of it. Because a lot of some of the stuff people haven't made posts. They might, because from when I started in 16 to now, so much wisdom has gained with these planets and placements. Now they might have those aspects on Google to break that the energy down, but they usually don't have aspects about the minor asteroids sometimes. But they do. Everything's evolving. But you'll Google each one of these, each one, take your time, each one, and understand all aspects and parts of you. All this is your DNA, your karma, and your storylines. Your storylines, what's happening in your life, your storylines. That's why I say it take time, because you're mastering your script, your Lamb's Book of Life. Okay? Your Lamb's Book of Life. Okay? You have homework. I'm going to start up here. Talk about the Grand Earth Trine. Talked about that with Pluto square Mars. This is very, 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 very bad aspect. It's like you're a jaguar, you're a Black Panther, ready to pounce, ready to like a tiger, lion, ready to strike, agitated at any given moment. But it may be evil spirits or spirits messing with you, or the dead messing with you. So, like I said, we have to talk more about that. Let me know. And as you see, I say amp up your spiritual protection. We could talk more about that. How can you amp up that protection spiritually? Let's see. May have to heal husband. Yeah, because Jupiter and Virgo. Virgo is a healing sign, so you may have to heal your husband or your partner, whoever you end up with, or they may be a healer. I will look for make sure they're a healer first, because that's less hard work you have to do. Because who wants to heal their husband, you know? But due to whatever happened in your past life, it could deal with bad karma. But how you rectify? Because like I said, I'm a problem solver. How you rectify that Jupiter in the bad placement in house, because he don't like the sixth house as well. Giving back, going, donating time, donating, giving back to children, being of service, helping the homeless, just giving back. That's how you rectify the bad karma with Jupiter in that placement. Trauma around the eighth house, death, sex, other people, things. Like I say, research the eighth house, dive deep into the eighth house wisdom to understand what I mean about that. Homework, research Athena, research Vesta, research Mars, Aries, the god of war. She's the goddess of war. Zeus, Jupiter, their father. I want you to research him to understand who he is and his energy, to understand what Jupiter energy is and what you have. Because we have all the planets inside us. We are all of them. We are all the planets. So you have all of them. I want you also to research Chiron, understand who he is, his storyline, and to because when you stand, because again, that's Libra connecting. I want you to connect to all these their energies, and plus whoever more. Like I said, we got to talk. I'll give you more guides and guidances, the research and books to get to understand them more as well. But once you understand their story, you'll be able to understand the energy that you have that's inside of you from them. Like I said, you have Chiron in the 10th house of career. So your career is all about healing. Is in Capricorn. Capricorn is old people. I mean, you meant to be of service, you meant to help people. You could be a nurse, a LPN, something dealing with healing. The hospital, in the hospital, something dealing with healing, honey. A coach, a teacher, something that helps and give back to the community, okay? Also, you have power over spirits, animals, transformation, battle strategy with the Athena energy. Because when you research Athena had a snake as a pet. But we have to talk about more. I don't want to say too much about that in the video, but we have to talk about more about Athena in person because it's a lot. And I would love to see your facial expression. I love talking to people about this stuff because it's so fun seeing people's facial expression when I talk about this. But dive deep. And yes, when you research her, some stories was kind of true because I know because I went through a lot. Because literally, I am her. I went through a lot of everything that those stories went through. Besides transforming people into spiders. But I did have run into that person because she was a hairstylist. Me and her graduated high school. What hairstylists do? We're using our hands braiding. We braiding different things. So I know the girl, she turned into a spider. I know the girl Medusa. I know everybody Athena did wrong. I met him. So like I say, we have to talk more about that. But yeah, battle strategy. When I say battle strategy, you're able to look at a situation and know how to win. Look at a situation and know how to overcome. Okay, but it takes awareness. You have to do the work on self to get that power, to understand that power. It's transformation, meaning, baby, you able to, like I say, take one dark situation and come out of it like the phoenix. Also Sagittarius energy is sound magic, so you have the ability to use sound and use it for your magic purposes or healing with sound, like how you hear this water in the background. You're able to take that sound and really, really do some healing work with it. Your mom experienced that before with me, because when she came, I'll be able to show you too if you come in person about using sound to heal. But I love you, hun. Good luck to your journey, and I can't wait to hear from you. All right, take care. Bye bye.